Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of I Hate the Homies podcast, episode number 97. Rock Teasy is who I be.
Hey, what's cracking, y'all? It's your boy GRIFF, a.k.a. Mr. Go Blue, a.k.a. Jason the Jet Terry, a.k.a. Raider Nation. 97. I looked at the images and the people. Cornelius Bennett, Simeon Rice, and Brian Young. And I hate the homies.
Yes, Mr. Matchbox shirt guy wearing today.
No. It's the Marvel. You can't see. Hold on.
Oh, it look like Matchbox cars. Okay,
I like that.
That's dope. All right, let me retract then.
Are we joning? Take your hat off real quick and let everybody see the shine. Look at
it's the light beaming off my head.
He looked like all swimmers' testicles. That's what he looked like right now. You got a Olympian balls head.
What did you say earlier? You said somebody a lollipop, somebody licking a lollipop.
A licked lollipop. He all wet and juicy. Hey, Gary with the rock tee.
Oh, man.
Gary with the rock tee. Super Dave.
Oh, dog.
This your boy Super Dave. But guess what, y'all? We don't care.
Good ones there, girl. I'm gonna give you that one. Good ones, dog.
Appreciate you. I'm here all week.
Let's get into this NBA draft recap real fast. Then we're gonna talk about the greatest roast of all time, Tom Brady roast.
The growth. Yes.
Let me tell y'all something, dog. That doggone roast is gonna go down as
I can't remember one funnier than that now. That's the bottom line. Like I can't. Well, we'll talk about it when we talk about what else.
Then the NFL draft happened, of course. So we got a couple things we want to say about that.
Yeah.
And let's get it popping, man. A lot of good things happening in the world of sports and it's centered around everything that we just mentioned. I Hate the Homies podcast episode number 97 starts right now.
You done messed up, Aaron.
Yeah, huh? I've been geeking for this broadcast. Got me in my bag, cause all they do is talk a lot of trash. Wait until I see them face to face off of this podcast. What you gotta say now? Check the facts, don't have the wrong stat. Rock T, he a genius as a sport, make Ricky smile, boy. Super Davey Harley come up short on like it's Cowboys. Always controversial, grip call out plays, no rehearsal. Got me talking all in circles. I hate the homies. And Griff be laughing like it's funny. But they never bet no money. They my mans, but they throw me. I hate the homies.
All right, so let's start with the NBA playoffs. Like that grown man.
Hold on. Before you get into Ant, and I know you
already know you were talking about Ant-Man. I know
where you want to go. Well, let's get at what happened in last week. Because last week was a major problem in the NBA. And we see this a lot we saw it with Milwaukee, and now we're seeing with the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers lose their series.
Yeah.
They lose their series to the Denver Nuggets. What was it, 11 straight games before they won a game in that series? 11 straight losses to the Denver Nuggets, and they finally won one, but ended the series, 4-1. But
it looked like that whole spirit sounded like this.
That's pretty much what it was, dog.
And the worst part about it was LeBron James and Anthony Davis, they put up numbers in that series.
They did.
They couldn't get over the hump of beating the Nuggets. But you go to the playoffs 2 years in a row, right? 2 years in a row.
As a
you go to the Western Conference Finals last season, playing these same Nuggets. You get them in the first round this year, but then was it on Friday? Darvin Ham loses his job with the Los Angeles Lakers.
That man get fired and they go back-to-back playoffs. That's so ununderstandable. But like me and Dave was talking about it before we came on, you can win and lose now. Remember the dude in Milwaukee got fired and he did nothing wrong.
He was in second place when he got fired. The team.
Yeah.
But y'all know where the problem came. It was I think it was game 2 when the Lakers blew a 20-point lead. A 20-point lead. And at the end of the game, who did Anthony Davis blame it on? He didn't say Darvin Ham's name. but he said something about them not playing, not knowing what to do on the court.
Oh, he blamed it on the coach.
Once you do that, that was the kiss of death for Darvin.
And you know, Jenny Buss is about the players of the Lakers. She not her father.
The whole league. That's the problem with the league. They're about the players. The players are in control. They ain't the coaches. It ain't the GMs. It's the players.
So let me say this. Let me say this, man. And I've never been in the locker room. I don't know LeBron James personally like that. But his entire career, there's been stories of how tough it is to play with LeBron James as a teammate and as a coach.
Yeah.
Remember when he got to Miami,
I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah,
Spoelstra almost didn't make it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then they finally won the championship. Then, you know, that got his little extension. Then they won another one, you know. So now he's good. And he's proven to be a great coach because look what he's been able to do even post
Hall of Fame
LeBron.
coach.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But man, even during timeouts, just watching on television, LeBron and AD and some of the other players, they really ain't locked in to Darvin Ham.
Like they ain't listening and
they
watching. Like let's finish this commercial so we can go out.
I agree. There, you see the clip where LeBron is asking, "Give me the board. I got it. Give me the board. Give me the board." You know, the board where the coach draws up the plays and stuff. And he like, "Man, I got it." So when it gets to that point, it's like, "Oh man, it's over." Like, so there's a such thing when you're the coach, even if you don't agree with everything that the coach is saying. As an athlete, you still got to respect that coach because he's the coach.
Got to.
You know what I'm saying? And the greatest of all time, Michael Jordan.
Or it's all bad.
You know, so I don't know, man.
No, I understand what you're saying. And for everybody to say that Darvin Ham did a poor job over the last 2 years, no.
That's not true.
That's not
true at all.
It is not true.
And that's cold to blame.
It's cold to blame him.
Blame that whole thing on that man.
I'm putting on a person that says he's the GOAT. You got to be accountable for what you do on the court. LeBron wasn't perfect in that series against the Denver Nuggets. He was also missing. He also turned the ball over a lot in the fourth, not in the first and second period, the fourth period. He made plenty of mistakes. Sometimes Anthony Davis didn't show up in the fourth period. Those are the guys on the court. Darvin Ham can only do so much. You got to be accountable if you're the superstar. He's the GOAT. He wants to be the GOAT. When you look at Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, I think they showed some clips on Instagram, old clips of Michael Jordan and Kobe taking accountability after a game.
Always. I'm trying to remember, and we old, so we can't remember everything from back then. A lot of stuff they didn't even televise. But I don't remember Michael Jordan ever saying Phil drew up a horrible offense, and that's what we get.
He always said things like, "I got to be better. I got to do more for my team."
Better defense. All of Kobe and Michael Jordan said that. We've never heard that from LeBron. He's always pointing the finger. Even after that, you want to go back to the championship series against the Dallas Mavericks. It was always an excuse. When he the questions people were asking after they lost to the Mavericks, and he said, "Well, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go on vacation. Y'all have to go back to y'all miserable life. That's your way out." Y'all remember that?
Yeah,
I just remembered.
That's a sorry ass.
But he did say your miserable lives, though. Yes. I remember that part.
But he was talking. I think he was talking to a few specific media people that's been coming at him for years.
That ain't the place. You just lost the series to the Dallas Mavericks, just like you lost to the series to the Denver Nuggets. Quit making excuses. You didn't do enough. You want to be the GOAT. You want to be the GOAT? Prove it. Michael Jordan proved it.
Let's transition from the GOAT to this new young buck.
And who's going to be the GOAT?
Let me tell you who not scared of the Nuggets. These Minnesota Timberwolves, I don't think I've seen them be this fun to watch since Kevin Garnett and Stephon Marbury was over there. Who would have thought that the Minnesota Timberwolves, I mean, Cap been holding it down. Anthony Towns been holding it down for the last 5-6 years. But this little boy from the University of Georgia who went to Mays High School, here in Atlanta, Georgia. He has always been a problem. My son Julian knows him well and went to the gym, and like he always been jumping out the gym, he said, but he is letting it be known. Like Denver, y'all lost 2 games at the crib.
At the crib.
I mean, it's not like I can't see. I mean, Denver ain't going to get swept, but I can't see this nice momentum Minnesota got just ending on Friday when they play in Minnesota. Like, man.
It ain't going to end because you got Anthony Edwards on your doggone team. So 22 years old, he's doing all this at the young age of 22.
He's a child.
This dude is top 3 in the league, like right now. He's the number 1 player complete on both sides of the court, offensive and defensive, in my opinion. Anthony Edwards, man, we could talk about, it's still early, but the way this dude is playing right now, he's a big problem, and he's going to be a problem in the league. He's going to be one of the faces of this in this league for a long time, and I really believe that they're going to chop down this doggone championship team with the Denver Nuggets and win this series. Anthony Edwards is playing on a whole nother level right now, and can't nobody do nothing about it. He's the only one. He's the only one that can stop him. Now, one problem that I have with Anthony, and I wish if he was standing here right now, I would tell him this: quit crying, quit pouting about fouls.
That's the youth. That's the youth in him, though.
No, because LeBron do the same thing, and he ain't youth no more. Like, stop crying. Like, you got to for a player to be as good as you are, Anthony Edwards, and you cold, you one of the best out there. Stop. Don't start the habit of crying. If the referee called a foul, go to the free throw line, knock him down. Cool. If he don't call a foul, get your butt up and run down to the other court and get ready to play defense. Don't be one of those players that's always got your hands out, always always looking for a call, man. Because that right there shows signs that you break down mentally if you let that get in your head too much.
Mental weaknesses, and then that's what the other team can concentrate on. Oh, he's gonna act a monkey if you foul him good. Yeah.
Other than that, the dude's game is
he can only get better, dog.
Come on.
He can some OG gonna tell him, don't worry about the refs, keep it moving, and he going to. I
told you guys this last year. Remember when everybody was talking about load management? You remember that? This was the year before. And I told you one guy spoke out and spoke up, and that was Anthony Edwards. And he was younger then. And he was talking about people paying their hard-earned money to come see them play, and we should be on the basketball court.
I remember.
Nobody listened during that time. This is the same player.
It was like, sir, you ain't even been in the league.
But look at him now. And he has the one thing, and I'm not comparing him to Jordan or even to Kobe right now, but he has that one thing that both of those guys have, the killer instinct.
Yeah, he's a murderer out there, dog.
He could be, you know how we wanted the kid in Memphis.
Oh, Ja Morant.
Ja Morant.
Everybody, the NBA thought he was the next superstar.
They did.
I think he'll be a part of the mix, but I think your next superstar, not a star, superstar, is going to be Anthony Edwards.
No, yes, but Ja Morant too. If he can just stay healthy and keep
Dave said he's gonna be in the group with the next batch.
No, I think let me correct it. Let me make sure I got a clarity. So you saying Ja Morant is gonna be a superstar or just a star? There's a difference.
No, Dave is saying it's gonna be a new batch of superstars that come out, and it started with Ja Morant. The youngin in Oklahoma,
right?
Your boy in Minnesota. Like, it's a new batch. Like but the NBA wanted him to be that star.
Oh, they wanted Ja to be it 2 years ago.
He has failed so far. That's why I'm not
on the court. Off the court, he has some issues.
It matters because you got to be on the court, right? He ain't playing games. Okay?
But when he's on the court, he is that player.
He a problem.
But Rock, he's not on the court.
He's injured now.
But I'm saying, but Anthony Edwards is on the court.
Right.
I want a guy who I can rely on, who's dependable. And that's what we're seeing right now. I'm not saying he won't be down the line, but right now, my superstar in that next batch right now is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
That's what I'm talking about. Your boy from Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. And this guy right here, Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is on a different level because he has the one thing that these other guys don't have. that killer instinct. I ain't trying to be
He
your friend.
plays like he played in the 80s for some
That's
reason.
what I mean. Yes.
He's very Houston Rockets 1987. Like he's different. Yeah, he's different.
I don't think
I'm a
he's
fan.
there yet. I don't think he's there where Michael Jordan and Kobe was, because Kobe and Mike, they didn't talk to you on the court. You were the bad guy on the court. They were trying to kill you.
Well, hold on. When Anthony Edwards talk on the court, he talking smack.
Because remember, he got
some other stuff where he's just talking.
He got a flagrant for just looking at a dude for slamming on him, and he was like,
softness, man. Come on.
Yeah.
But he's very intelligent. His basketball IQ is amazing, because to your point, they show clips of him talking to his teammates. Now he's still 22 and he talking to veterans. Like, yo, that's why you missed that shot. This is why you did this. This is why you did that, because you got he understands the game from a whole nother.
I like his level. Intelligence.
I like their team. Their team was built to beat when they bought. Who was that? The trade they made last year. We all laughed. All the picks they gave up.
They gave away Wiggins, and we was like, they ain't never gonna be nothing without Wiggins.
They gave all those picks away to get Rudy Gobert. But he's a hell of a defensive player. But you're building a team to beat who? The champions.
You got to beat the West.
Which is the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets are a big team. Now the Minnesota Timberwolves are even bigger.
Oh man, let me tell you something.
It's gonna be fun. I tell you what, game 3 gonna say it all.
I mean, they are the champs. They ain't gonna get swept.
Not saying that at all. I'm just saying game 3 gonna say it all between these.
They gotta win game 3. It's
absolutely Minnesota last night was a statement game. Them boys got them 80 points. We used to seeing them get 80 in the third.
And now,
speaking of statement, the doggone New York Knicks making a statement. Jalen Brunson,
I knew you were
fourth straight 40-point game.
No. This boy that made 200+ points in the last 5 games, and they acting like the Knicks ain't sweet, dog. But do they have enough? So they got him, they got the big youngin at center, and then who is the third person for the Knicks? Rock.
You got Hart, and you got
Hart's playing that role, but
Villanova. They all won a championship together with Villanova.
Yeah. I don't think they have enough to get to the championship. No. Even though Boston lost Porzingis, I still think Boston is stronger than the Knicks. But Jalen Brunson, man, come on, dog. He's one of that core of people you're talking about, the young gunners.
Yes,
that's gonna be the faces of the NBA for so long. Their offense, fourth quarter, is Jalen time. It's kind of like Dame time. It's Jalen, like, here you go, here the ball. Go. He'll dribble the clock down and go take the shot. Especially if the game is close. And I love it. His teammates know he's gonna take most of the shots in the fourth quarter, especially if the game is close.
He has such a pretty shot too, like the dude.
I want to say the Mavericks messed up by not paying this guy when they had a chance to pay him. And he wanted to play with his father anyway.
Yeah, he wanted to leave anyways. He wanted
to leave anyway. But the Mavericks are not shabby either right now. I was down on Kyrie. I really was, because of the off-the-court stuff.
Kyrie stepped it up, dog. He shut up. He started playing basketball. And this Oklahoma, Dallas is going to be fun, because to me, they're kind of the same team. They kind of the Oklahoma is special because they got one person, but Dallas got 2.
No, Oklahoma got more than one person.
No, I'm saying, but Dallas got a proper Luka and Kyrie. Oklahoma almost got the boy that played for them almost was the rookie of the year too. They gave it to Wembanyama, but they got them a giant George Mirasan face looking dude over.
No, he would have been the rookie of the year if it wasn't for Victor.
Absolutely. You're doing the number. What you want to say? Go ahead.
No, he was pointing at you. I was pointing
at Super Day because the Kyrie situation. Like when Kyrie first came to the Mavericks,
I said it.
Okay. What was Super Dave saying? Oh, he's done. He's washed up.
He's a cancer. He's gonna mess up my team. Yeah.
No, not my team. I hate the Mavericks. I don't like the Mavericks.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But you were saying, nigga, he gonna mess up Luka. And they ain't gonna have.
And all I was saying was just let them build a little chemistry, because even last year, you know, they didn't get a lot of time on the court together because Kyrie was hurt. Then Luka missed a couple games. So they never really built any chemistry until this year. And now you see what I was saying when he first came to the Mavericks.
They're having fun. Kyrie's having fun.
I never said any question. I had no question about his basketball skills. I said he was big show, box office material. Period. I said that.
But his off the court kills him.
Off the court stuff. All I'm going by what I saw with the Nets and what I saw in Boston. That's all I could go by. What he's doing now, and they got a new contract with the Mavericks during the offseason. He's a different player. He's not talking as much.
He ain't saying the world is flat.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying. Just play basketball.
This is where the sports genius got to pop in once again, because I told you that, you know what? Something tells me that this is going to be a different version of Kyrie. He's not going to be that. I do remember you saying that, because we was like, I don't know. Yeah. I said all this. I said, man, he's going to learn from his lesson. He's going to play basketball. He understands for the first time of his career, or the second time, that this is Luka's team, and he's going to play the Robin to it. Like the other time this happened was when he was with Cleveland with LeBron.
He learned real quick.
Yeah. So it's all good. So thank you, Super Dave. I appreciate you giving me props on that, even though you didn't say it.
I'm giving you props, but I'm also saying I made a mistake. I mean, we do make mistakes, and all I was going by is what I said it. What I saw with the Boston Celtics and what I saw with the Nets.
Time out. Did Super Dave just admit?
Can somebody in production record this and edit it at exactly 21:22?
Super Dave just admitted he was wrong about something. What?
I'm not always. I know. I've never said.
I feel like his fake wife should hear this, so she could get some apologies as well.
I hate y'all. Y'all go way beyond. Never
man. Your ego never lets you admit when you're wrong.
That, man. I am actually tripping.
But I also stated. I said this. I said he was box office and a big show. I said that from day one. I said if he just played basketball. I just said I was wrong. I didn't think he could do it with the Mavericks. He's doing it right now. Can they continue that? We'll see. But Oklahoma and Dallas, that series is going to be a pretty good series.
That's going to be fun. I'm not a fan of this Boston-Cleveland. I think that's going to be over quick. But Donovan Mitchell, he went to the land and changed everything to them boys. Them boys was number 2 in the division or so, or in the whole NBA for a minute. And Cleveland just, they'll always be in the shadow of LeBron James. I understand that. But Cleveland is a city that loves sports. You got the Browns there. You got what's their name now? The Warriors or the Shoguns? What's the baseball team called now?
Oh, you talking about the name? I
forgot. They were the Indians. Now they the doggone Guardians.
Yes,
Cleveland Guardians.
That's so weird to say. That's right up there with the Commanders, dog.
They're the Cleveland Parents.
So now you got to change the movie.
Who are the parents?
I'm calling them that every day.
They got to change the movie. Major League. They were Cleveland Indians in Major League.
Dog.
What you gonna do?
Cleveland fans go hard, and I'm happy. As a fan of sports, I'll be happy for the Detroit Lions. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy for the Lions fans. I was happy for the Bills fans for a minute, but Josh Allen did. Why did they break that team up so good during the offseason? Only one over there is the quarterback.
That's it.
I
mean, they had a good 4-year run.
Yeah.
And not to say that the run is over, but man, you got 3 to 4 years to figure it out.
You just stay there long, playing around.
This ain't like the old school, man, where these players they stay put, man. It's like, man, I'm gonna go get my money and I'm gonna try to join a team that can get over the hump. But
you know what I want to stop seeing in the NBA?
What's that?
And I hope that we stop seeing it.
The kiss cam.
No, with the Clippers, we saw this where these guys these old veterans are building teams together, like with the Clippers with Kawhi and Paul George and the Beard. I was right about that one. He didn't show up in Game 7. I mean, Game 6, and they really needed.
You said he was going to do. You said that couple weeks
He will
ago.
let you down. But I think when you saw what you
And
saw
that was off the heels of him having 40-something, right?
Yeah.
You
saw the Clippers, you saw the Phoenix Suns, who had their big three. It just I don't see these old teams, these old guys play with each other anymore.
Oh yeah, the Suns went out like
They
brought in Beasley.
But they had no bench.
They got
that's why I said we'll kill them.
They got swept.
Because you're asking three guys.
Wizap, dog.
You're asking three guys to perform, and then with the Clippers, I like Lou. They will re-sign Lou. Lou will be with the Clippers as a head coach.
Tyronn Lue.
Yeah, but he got a knucklehead in Kawhi. I know I don't want to tell anybody they're not injured, but he's injured too much, man. When I need him.
He's a brittle fella to be a superstar in the NBA. He's super duper brittle.
He has the new name Street Clothes. It was for Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis played almost 70 games this year. So I got to give Street Clothes to Kawhi Leonard this year. Street Clothes.
They said on bobblehead night, his bobblehead had on jeans and a starter jacket.
Kawhi.
Yeah, dog. He was fully dressed in street clothes.
San Diego State starter jacket.
I'm gonna tell you who won in street clothes is San Antonio Spurs Victor Wembanyama, voted unanimous NBA Rookie of the Year. No brainer, man. This
we
dude
called that though.
Averaged 21 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 blocks, and a steal per game. The last person with that stat line was Shaquille O'Neal. He did it in 1999 and 2000 season. That was his MVP season.
I see you pulling the stats out of your bag of tricks.
Man, let me tell y'all something. Victor Wembanyama, Anthony Edwards, and who gonna be the third? And John Morant, if he can stay on the court.
Morant, the youngin from OKC, Brunson, and it's a forward. It's a nice forward. Like he played a 4.
Well, Jason Tatum is not. Oh, Jason Tatum is still young.
Yeah, Jason Tatum. He's still gonna be the face as well.
Yeah, they got some young guys coming in.
Yeah,
that's why I said kind of push these. If these old guys want to be with these young guys, that's fine. But I don't want to see 3 old guys with each other.
Well, the NBA draft was kind of garbage. Like all them dudes. If you got in the draft this year, you skeeted in the NBA because all them dudes went to college 1 year, lost, didn't make it to the tournament, and went to the draft. Like that's everybody did.
But to put this on, like, just tie us up in a bow. The NBA is in good condition over the next 6-7 years.
I like that.
They have behind them right now.
Let me add to the bow.
Let's wait for this
applause. That's interesting applause. You got the extended remix version.
I don't have a softer. I don't have a shorter one, dog. That's the whole thing, dog. I guess it should stop right there or something.
That joker went home. So I'm the type of person that, and y'all hear me say this all the time about how weak and how whack the softness of the referees in the NBA, even in all sports, really. But in the playoffs, they letting them play. The refs are letting them play, and I'm liking that. So I'm gonna talk about you when you're being too soft, referees. But you letting them play, and I love it. So let's keep that up. Let's keep that up. This is big boy basketball, and let's play old school. If it's not a guaranteed flagrant foul, you shouldn't be calling nothing.
Leave them boys alone.
This episode of I Hate the Homies is brought to you by McDonald's. You know how you can smell when your food's about to be good? That's me every time I pull out the Mickey D's drive-thru with a McCrispy sandwich. I mean, we're talking about 2 buttered buns stacked with pickles and crispy, juicy, tender chicken. Come on, man. And when that crispy chicken and the crispy pickle come together between 2 buttered buns, yeah, all is good. And the funny thing is that I don't think I've ever made it home from the drive-thru without taking a bite of that freshly prepared McCrispy sandwich, because once I smell it, I gotta have it right there in the car. I guess the word is out on that. So go get yours today.
I know we're about to go to the next sport, but I also want to just congratulate you on your daughter graduating from HBCU.
Man,
that's a big. Hold on, here they come.
No.
Right there. No, that's a huge deal as a parent. I watched you. I could see your happiness as you watched your wife walk through a field. Like you were just beaming. Yeah. You was just happy, dog. It was such a big day for your family. Are you and your ex-wife cool?
We are. Oh no, but that is. She just chose not to be in the lives of Lyric and Harmony.
Oh, got it. Okay, understood. Okay, I was gonna say, how was the co-parenting in college?
It doesn't bother me. She didn't even show up to the graduation. So that doesn't bother. So
she wanted them females. I know you ain't gonna throw nobody under the bus, but she wanted them.
It doesn't. That's not even relevant. Like I don't even talk about that.
How about
Crystal
that?
Is their mama.
I know that's right.
I like that.
Crystal is their mama. Period.
Here
so
let me talk about.
You know what I see when Crystal, when y'all do your videos and stuff like that, she points out and she proves that those are her daughters.
Period.
She jumped into that blending family role, and you could tell she owns it. Like it's not me and my step kids, and it's like me and my family. I'm about to go support my family. I'm about to be with my husband and our daughter. Is like I listen for that because I had so many step parents, and I always tell people like if it's just us, shut up, don't be a jerk, dog. I'm trying to say something serious. I had a number of step parents. And I know that as soon as you say, this is my son, Rock, and my other son, Dave, and this is my stepson, Griff, you create an invisible barrier between you and that child that maybe you didn't know. Like maybe just you ain't know. Like, and I always tell people, just say it's your sons.
Yeah.
Just say it's your three sons.
Let me tell you
how
awesome
have to explain nothing to nobody.
How awesome Crystal is. Like when she said her vows to me, when we got married, she had a separate set of vows to Lyric and Harmony.
I did
that she said to them.
That's OG blended family stuff right there.
As they mama, for real. But back to Lyric, man. Our oldest daughter, who just graduated Rust College out there in Holly Springs, Mississippi, the first HBCU in Mississippi. Man, her story is so inspiring, and just from where she started. Because at once upon a time, man, we didn't know she was going to even graduate high school. Like,
oh wow!
And we share, and I tell her, man, she needs to share her story. Because where she's starting to where she is right now, so proud of her. She's grown up into an amazing young lady. And
you're about to cry.
It's story.
I can see you getting sensitive over there.
Oh man, she about to do some great stuff.
It's a testimony. It's not
absolutely. But her story is very inspiring. So. Congratulations to baby girl.
I always can say when the kids graduate, that says a lot about somebody's parenting. You understand? That says a lot about a dad being in her life and having a father to because guess what? If your parents are sorry, then you don't care bringing home D's and F's. You don't care because your parents don't care. But when you got parents who expect something from you, who demand excellence out of you, who set a bar for you, that says a lot about your upbringing. So congratulations again, my dude. And that's all you get. That's it.
Well, hold on a pause. So how many times was your mama married? I'm just asking the question. Come on, man. Don't do that.
Griff, 9.
This is a question. So how many went through, and I'm asking you what you went through. How many of those guys took you in as like not saying you're a stepfather?
Oh, none. I don't have out of 8 dudes who my mom married, I don't have one thing that one of them human beings told me that I could pass on to another person. Not one. I can't say, oh, that remind me of something Earl said, or I remember. Shut up, bro.
So when I was
Earl, I went all the names.
My first stepfather's name was Earl. I think of where Earl. So you got to remember, I'm not playing with y'all. You almost sucked me in. Here, let's go back on all my step parents.
Oh man, you can form a whole new Brady bunch just with the stepdads.
Can we talk about?
Let's go get the other roasted. The roasted.
Do we need to do a 23andMe or Ancestry on your stepdads?
because they all kind of the same dude. So yeah, my mom had a type.
He had a type.
All right, man. Let's shift to Tom Brady in the greatest roast of all time. We're gonna talk about that next.
This episode of I Hate the Homies is brought to you by McDonald's. You know how you can smell when your food's about to be good? That's me every time I pull out the Mickey D's drive-thru with a McCrispy sandwich. I mean, we're talking about 2 buttered buns stacked with pickles and crispy, juicy, tender chicken. Come on, man. And when that crispy chicken and the crispy pickle come together between 2 buttered buns, yeah, all is good. And the funny thing is that I don't think I've ever made it home from the drive-thru without taking a bite of that freshly prepared McCrispy sandwich, because once I smell it, I gotta have it right there in the car. I guess the word is out on that. So go get yours today.
You really are, you're the best to ever play for too long. You retired, then you came back, and then you retired again. I get it. It's hard to walk away from something that's not your pregnant girlfriend. It's tough. Hey, to be fair, he didn't know she was pregnant. He just thought she was getting fat. And Tom hates fat. Do you guys know about his diet program? It is so strict, but if you follow it exactly as he does, you too can lose your family. And seriously.
Let me tell you something. When you got a chance to go 8 and 9 and all it will cost you is your wife and your kids, you gotta do what the you gotta do. Do you understand me? Yeah. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. You know what that's called, Tom? You know what that's called? That's called real. That's what that's called, Tom. Yeah, Tom. F them kids. Yeah. You asked me to come here, bitch. I told you what I was gonna do. This is also a good time to say, man, I love the fact that you and Giselle are finding the way to co-parent and still keep it together, man. Giselle is actually here supporting you tonight, but just in full transparency, she came as Antonio Brown's +1. How does that? What? 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 What did I say? What did I say? I'm just here to have a good time. Before you can get comfortable, you got to get uncomfortable. I'm removing the discomfort from this room. Speaking of discomfort, let's talk about Bill Belichick for a second. Tom, it's just a good segue, man. You know, the world knows that you left Bill Belichick high and dry, man. You left him, and then you went to Tampa, and you won a championship. Holy shit. Holy shit. You left Bill Belichick with Mac Jones. Damn. Oh, you f***ed him. You f***ed him good. You did. You did, Tom. You f***ed your coach. But let me tell you something, people. Let me tell you something. That's what you got to do to maintain your happiness. You understand? You sometimes got to f*** your coach. You know who else f***ed their coach? Giselle. She f***ed that karate man. No. Listen. What? What? What an idiot. Why would you do this? What an idiot. All right. Jesus Christ, Tom. One of the smartest quarterbacks ever played a game. How did you not see this coming? 8 fucking karate classes a day. 8 karate classes a day.
All right, so.
See, Rock, it was things like, as a comedian, first of all, I just watched the Cat Williams the day before, and it was absolutely trash. And the bad part about that is I just expected so much more from Cat, because he's performing 2-3 times a week in front of 20,000 people. I thought he was going, man, the jokes just wasn't connecting. Then oh man, I was so upset, but I kept waking my wife up. She kept saying, I'm trying to sleep. Like, I was laughing, hard laughs, dog, all through. Every comedian they had on there. It's like with comedians, right? So if all 3 of us was on the show, Super Dave went, Rock T's next, I'm last, I got to make sure in my head I don't say nothing that Dave said because he went on first because he already, or I would have to say, remember how Dave said ... Well, I'm, so you make an example, but all those comedians, man, Tom Brady it was burning him inside. You know who actually came out and ripped a couple people? Belichick. I know they wrote all this stuff. He was funny, man.
Funny.
But hold on. Did you see him doing the draft? He was on with what's the guy that's on ESPN?
The kicker.
Yeah, the kicker.
Yeah.
He was on with him. He has personality.
He has a personality.
And we never knew.
And we never knew. Man, it was good. I'm a fan of comedy, but I'm a bigger fan when it's done right. And then it was long, right? Like it was 3 hours proper.
That was the problem for me.
It was a good 3 hours though.
Yeah.
And
I watched that thing live, and it was amazing.
But Kevin Hart killed it too, man. He came out.
Oh, Kevin Hart had to. He came out, bust him in the mouth, threw it to the next person. It was perfect. Like it was all. Kev was on fire, but Kev's also about to get the Mark Twain Award this week, also on Netflix. I'm excited about that, man. He deserves it. Was it Cat that had the joke about the Cat ain't have a joke.
I mean
Kevin.
Kevin Hart had the joke about Giselle, is her name?
Yeah, he had
Well,
jokes
all
about
of them.
Giselle.
And the plus
Chelsea.
one. And the plus one with Antonio Brown.
Oh, yeah. That was
no.
Let me tell you something, dog. Kev came out and bust him in the mouth and then was like, and I got these loaded guns, for example. And then he was like, for example, if you try to say something, I'm gonna hit. Ooh.
Oh, that's when he went at Chelsea Handler. He said, Chelsea Handler in the building. We love Chelsea. And we also know that we were going to sit you next to a black guy, but we know that you love Black D, so we had to change it.
And
then he said, speaking of Black D, Kim Kardashian's here. What's up, Kim?
Man,
they booed her, didn't they? Booed her.
Yeah, he was getting them like that. He was getting them like, Drew was hilarious, dog. The quarterback who Tom Brady took his job.
Oh yeah.
Drew Bledsoe. Had some hammers, dog. I was like, look, he was so sweet. So for comedians, this is our joke. When you tell a joke and you got a drink in your hand and you tell a joke and it's funny, and you drink the drink, right? That's like a victory drink. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Look at you up there. And then I said this. Drew was drinking his drink, dog. He was drinking his drink. I was like, ooh. It was just getting better and better, man. Shout out to Netflix for putting that whole thing on. But that Cat Williams, and maybe I'm wrong, but I watched 31 minutes of that, and I didn't even smile, dog.
I got to go see it because I ain't seen it yet, and I got to see.
Okay.
I can't see it being as bad as you making it sound for the Cat Williams.
Man, rock. And I'm a Cat Williams fan, man.
Because Cat's funny just talking. Like
he's funny just talking, but this time, he tried to rely on his just talking, on his voice. Yeah, without having no material. Like, it just wasn't no material. Ask Ricky. Did Ricky talk about it?
Nah.
Okay. I know Ricky ain't.
Did y'all see the one Instagram clip from Eli Manning? He said, I thought about attending a roast for Tom Brady last night, but I didn't want to roast him for the third time. He beat him already twice.
Let me tell you something. Peyton came on and ripped him some too. Y'all ain't watched the whole thing?
I'm
going back and watch the whole thing though.
Yeah.
I'm watching the whole
thing.
It
was long though, but I just happened to be woke. Like I was all the way woke.
This episode of I Hate the Homies is brought to you by McDonald's. You know how you can smell when your food's about to be good? That's me every time I pull out the Mickey D's drive-thru with a McCrispy sandwich. I mean, we're talking about 2 buttered buns stacked with pickles and crispy, juicy, tender chicken. Come on, man. And when that crispy chicken and the crispy pickle come together between 2 buttered buns, yeah, all is good. And the funny thing is that I don't think I've ever made it home from the drive-thru without taking a bite of that freshly prepared McCrispy sandwich, because once I smell it, I gotta have it right there in the car. I guess the word is out on that. So go get yours today.
I can watch, if it ain't Star Wars or The Dark Knight, it's hard to be up there for 3 hours. I ain't gonna lie to you. Why you waving, man?
Because I'm saying
He said you resemble Yoda. Star Wars.
Me, Dave Super.
or one of the Ewoks.
It was. May the fourth be with you this past week.
Fourth be with you is sweet. I was telling everybody, where was I at? I was on the cruise. That was our last day. I was saying Cinco de Mayo. What'd y'all do for Cinco de Mayo? Did y'all know that Cinco de Mayo is not Mexico's independence, right?
Right.
So Mexico's independence is really September 19th, I'm going to say. You could double check, but it's either the 18th or 19th. Cinco de Mayo is the Battle of Puebla. The French were murdering the Mexicans in the war. But on May 5th, 1862, the Mexicans won in the village of Puebla.
Now, how the hell we gonna go from what I just said about May 4th? I'm talking about Star Wars.
I'm talking about the next day.
I don't care about the next day.
It's so far away. May 4th, May 5th.
I don't give a damn about the next day. It's May the 4th be with you. That's all I care about.
Griff just learned that, so he wanted to let everybody know.
No, I've been saying that my whole life. I am smart. I ain't got to tell y'all. I'm not going to go back and forth with Dave. May the 4th be with you.
I was telling y'all what I did over the weekend. I just
yes, him did. What else? What else? What else?
You have your little oatmeal, your little sippy cup.
Star Wars to Empire Strikes Back. My favorite. That is the favorite. Return of the Jedi. And then I kept watching the same ones over and over. I don't care about the new ones.
You watch all this Disney, all this new stuff on Disney, dog. They got 1,000. You watch The Mandalorian?
I can't get into it.
You watch The Mandalorian?
Yeah, I watched it, but I just couldn't get into it.
I can't.
I stopped watching Star Wars after the fourth one. So it went Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back was 2.
The best.
Return of the
Jedi was 3.
And then
who was the 4th one?
Don't say the Phantom Menace. Don't say that one.
I really don't know. That's the ones with the black, that's
the 4th one.
Stormtrooper and all them.
Oh, that's the Force Awakens.
Yeah,
that is the 4th. Yeah, so
I watched all them with the girl when the girl was the lead. I watched those.
Those were good, but those can compare to what we grew up on back in the day.
Right, the classics.
So, those are my classics.
The graphics is beating them. But,
the graphics is beating them, but I had my wife and I had my son and my wife.
Yeah, we wanted you to clear that up, dog. We don't believe.
We sat there and watched it all day. They spent a whole day with Daddy watching May the 4th be with you. That's
why you want. Oh, you had a little day. Oh, little Dave with a little day.
Shut up, man. Move on now.
Real quick, man. Before we wrap up with the NFL, man, I want to touch on the WNBA and how they streamed the Caitlin Clark preseason debut, but not Angel Reese and any of the other rookies that was playing on the same day. Let's talk about that real quick.
This episode of I Hate the Homies is brought to you by McDonald's. You know how you can smell when your food's about to be good? That's me every time I pull out the Mickey D's drive-thru with a McCrispy sandwich. I mean, we're talking about 2 buttered buns stacked with pickles and crispy, juicy, tender chicken. Come on, man. And when that crispy chicken and the crispy pickle come together between 2 buttered buns, yeah, all is good. And the funny thing is that I don't think I've ever made it home from the drive-thru without taking a bite of that freshly prepared McCrispy sandwich, because once I smell it, I gotta have it right there in the car. I guess the word is out on that. So go get yours today.
So if y'all didn't know, WNBA preseason is underway, and the season tipped off with Caitlin Clark's Indiana Fever playing against the Dallas Wings. I was at the game sitting courtside,
Were you?
Thanks for the ticks, man. It's all good. Because I wanted to see.
Were you?
Yeah, absolutely.
How was the game? How was
the game? Was off the chain. Caitlin was off the chain too. But y'all gotta remember, I've been watching Caitlin play since she was a 7th, 8th grader. Like I said, all these girls play with harmony and lyrics. So I wasn't shocked because Caitlin was playing good. She's always played well on every level that she's went to. But it was just kind of cool to see. Okay, this is the best ballers. Will she be able to do what she did in college against these grown women? And the answer in that game was yes. She came out like it was nothing.
Preseason game. Remember, say that. Preseason.
Yeah,
I mean, a game is a game.
No, it's not. No, Griff, don't do that.
I mean, I know, but I'm just saying, for her, that was a That was her first game in the WNBA. Like,
Right.
she's not gonna say my.
Well, when the games really count, when the season officially starts, then we'll know.
How she look to you? How she look to you, Rod?
No, she's solid, man. It's one game. I'm gonna continue to say like what I've been saying. I think she's gonna average somewhere in between 15 and 19 points a game throughout the season. You know what I'm saying?
Said that.
She's gonna be in the upper teens, and it's gonna be solid. She's gonna have a solid first year. But everybody's complaining because how come they wasn't showing Angel Reese in the Chicago Sky and her debut? You know, they didn't make that game available on television or streaming or whatever.
Because they're black.
And that's funny that you say that
Nobody
because all the black folks,
I'll say
all the black folks are saying that, and everybody else is like, well, maybe because Caitlin Clark is just a better player, and she's the number one player pick, and she's the face of women's basketball right now.
Darkies.
You know what?
So, go ahead,
you know what?
Dave.
It doesn't matter because the bottom line was the WNBA dropped the ball.
They did.
Yeah,
they did.
You had a chance.
They
had
did.
a chance to put them out there on your
all of them at the same
somewhere.
time, equally.
All of
equally.
I don't care if it's preseason, man,
Because
because
what it's doing, it's showing people that people really care about women's basketball. It's giving you a platform, a bigger platform.
Absolutely.
With bigger platform comes what? TV money. TV money brings more money to the women out there.
And here's
But
the
they
deal.
dropped the ball because people like me and Dave who don't watch it, like you, who was really kind of like, let's see if we can. But if you only gonna make me watch one game, it's not enough options. It's not enough options. I need options.
And we're coming off the high of all these dope players coming out of college into the WNBA.
Of women's college basketball, right.
So keep the hype going, WNBA.
Yeah,
all the games should be on TV. Like,
You're right.
It should be a no-brainer. Like, all the games.
They dropped the damn ball.
They did.
Had a chance. They had a chance to keep building momentum from what these girls did or what these women did in college, carrying on to the WNBA, where people wasn't watching. But now you get a chance to watch because these people know these people. They've been with them for the last couple of years. I mean, you've been watching for a long time. But like somebody like me and Griff, we've been knowing Caitlin for the last 2 years. Or Angel Reese, same thing for what she did.
Last 2 years.
Last 2 years. Build on that momentum. And they didn't do it. They missed a big opportunity.
I will say I did like Angel Reese because she a tall, pretty black girl. I will say that.
I like that.
She had a solid first game, man. She had like 13 points, like 7, 8
and
rebounds.
She just
whatever.
signed with Reebok
We knew that was
instead of
gonna happen
Nike,
because Shaq.
where Shaq and Allen Iverson are the new presidents of the company. So
absolutely. So we knew that was gonna happen. But Caitlin just signed a $28 million deal with Nike.
Yeah, no, she made the lick. She made the lick.
That girl getting into that bag, boy. So let's get ready to wrap up, man. We'll talk about the NFL
She
draft.
gonna need it. Seeing how the WNBA only gonna give her $440,000 over 4 years before Texas.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dog. It is what it is. All right, so let's wrap up NFL draft. There's probably only about a handful of players that we need to talk about. Dave, let's go real quick. Go over the free agency. So
before you go to free agency, let's do this. The NFL draft. And you're a Detroit person.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yeah.
275,000 people. First night.
Hit that applause. Hit that applause.
NFL draft night. I was shocked. I'm not shocked because NFL is so big. But I'm telling you, NFL is making money.
And shout out to Detroit. Shout out for the city of Detroit for rolling out the red carpet and putting on a great show.
I had a lot of people that live in Detroit was showing me up close. They was like, look, the Raiders, they was there and they was saying how it was accessible to everybody if you got there early, if you got, you know what I'm saying? So big shout out to Detroit, but bigger shout out to the commissioner who started taking it on the road. And they said he took it on the road because it was always at where was it at, The Roxy?
It was always in New York.
Yeah, at the whatever that place was. Oh, no, it was always in New York. And they told him, y'all can't do it. Y'all can't do it until like October because we got some things going on in the place. And he was like, no, we got to take it on the road. So I just thought that was.
The commission said, thank you. We just got more money, more TV exposure. They
talking
know how
about,
to do it.
You get 3 days. You get 3 days.
WNBA, y'all need to go do like a class with the NFL and they'll show you how to make money. because they're doing it right now.
Yeah.
So let's get to the draft. I don't think we had any big surprises. I mean, only surprise we saw was the Atlanta Falcons taking Michael Penix Jr. when they just signed and gave a homeboy a guarantee.
So I would like to say this. I would like to say this on I Hate the Homies. Griff said it first. There is going to be a 30 for 30 where somebody in the brass of Atlanta Falcons did a, you take this money and you get this bonus and you give me mine and I take your, and they wasn't black for the first time. Why they almost gave that white boy $200 million with a broke everything, ununderstandable. You could see the general manager and the president and the owner arguing when Michael Penix got picked. And here go the bad part. Michael Penix is a dope quarterback. I thought Michigan was going to lose. I just wasn't saying nothing in the championship because I was there. I was like, yo, first of all, he got 2.5 wide receivers that's going to the NFL. That's number one. And he a southpaw and with the most yards thrown in all of college and has been like, he's a whole problem. I'm happy that he landed with Atlanta. That's so big for Atlanta. That's so big for him. He's a talented quarterback, and he deserves it. The controversy behind it, though. I
like the move. If I'm Atlanta, I'm doing the same thing because Kirk Cousins is coming off.
But you're doing the same thing, but why 6 weeks ago you just gave somebody $250 million almost?
Now, I wouldn't have done that, but Kirk Cousins is coming off an Achilles injury, and we already know that ruins people's careers most of the time. So I'm not even sure how long he's going to last.
Unless you young. Kirk Cousins ain't young.
I mean, he's his early 30s?
32, I think. 32,
okay, so in football years, that's kind of, you're almost at the end of the road. And Tom Brady is an exception to the rule, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to.
Dog. He's hella old, dog.
Come on, man.
Hella old.
I like the move. I would have done the same thing because now here's what can happen. Even if Kirk Cousins survives the entire season, Michael Penix Jr. gets a chance to kind of learn.
To just sit back and learn from an OG. Learn from an OG. Yeah. And Kirk Cousins won't do him like Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers did their predecessors. Kirk Cousins going to really Kirk Cousins knows right now that Michael Penix Jr. is better than him. Right now.
And he knows that. So if Kirk shouldn't get mad, I'm not sure he is, but there was some.
No, they said he was.
He was mad at first.
They said he was. Yeah. They said he
should be like, okay, I'm good. I can help this young guy.
Hey, white boy, quit crying. You got all that money. You got all that guaranteed money from Minnesota and from the Atlanta Falcons. You think I'm gonna feel sorry for you?
30 for 30. Quote me.
Yeah, that's gonna be an episode.
Your time is running out anyway. You're 35 years old. So
he got a bag, dog. He got a golden parachute. That's what he got. And guess what? For $200 million, for $100 million after, I'll actually watch that brother play and I'll root for him.
Kirk Cousins made all that money, guys. And how many playoff wins does he have? One.
Couple.
One.
Hey, man. He's one of those. He's one of those Tony Romos.
They gave it to him like he was Aaron Rodgers, though. Anyway, okay, I'm done.
He's one of them Tony Romos.
Hey, don't ever talk about my quarterback. Don't do that.
The funny part is he said it twice because you didn't hear it the first time. And then he's still
great in the regular season. One of the greatest in the regular season.
No.
I'm just saying. And I love Tony Romo.
Did anybody see the first cornerback taken? He went to Toledo. He was so mad.
Philadelphia.
He was so mad. He couldn't even, dog. I watched him from when he left his mama. He gave her a horrible hug. He walked down that hall. He ain't speak to nobody going down them steps. When he put his hat on, he hurried up and he was so mad that it was so funny to me, dog, that he thought he was going to go before all them. I mean, hell, the first defensive player went to UCLA. Like 14, he went 15. Number 16 or something. 15, 16. Yeah.
Look, if I'm getting drafted, even though if I'm supposed to be higher, I'm just thankful I got an opportunity. Let's go to work. I'm going to prove everybody
he was
wrong.
So mad and ungrateful that he better be awesome.
It reminded me of that quarterback that came out of UCLA, Rosen. Remember him? He thought he was going to be, he should have been the number one quarterback pick. He went with Kyler Murray or something.
Yeah,
And,
I know
was
what you're talking about.
and he was mad. He's like, yeah, and he's been a backup his entire career, right?
Yeah, garbage.
I think he started 1 year.
And making
Garbage.
money.
Yeah.
Making
So,
money being a backup.
no, you good.
Give me a clipboard. Give me a clipboard and give me a hat. I'm fine.
Hey,
Now,
I would love to be
me
that
and
black
you
backup
laugh.
quarterback. The black
Me
backup
and you
quarterback
laugh,
for the
Super
Oakland
Dave,
Raiders.
about. Oh yeah, I would. So speak.
I would love his job, dog. On
The Raiders. Now it ain't no the Raiders. Now Aiden O'Connell did okay as a rookie last year. He was, he stayed in the pocket. He never looked shook. But we need a quarterback. We definitely don't have a running back. We got Devontae Adams, and that's fine. And the Raiders at the 11th or 12th pick a tight end again. Last year,
they wanted to move up.
Picked a tight end, and we got 2 stupid tight ends. And even if we ain't got a running back, dog.
Hey, man, nowadays you can get a running back from Home Depot.
I know, but just stay
like
out
that.
there with your truck.
Yeah, dog.
You start asking your running backs how many linemen you could bring with
you.
you.
Play running back in high school? Come on.
He's stuck in the shell.
How many linemen? You could get some line. You could bring a guard and left.
Isn't that crazy how the running back position has become what it is now? It used to be get a quarterback and get a dope running back. Now it's like,
that
man,
was
you
the
get
rule.
a running back. If you athletic,
now they saying get a wide receiver.
Yeah,
then a quarterback. Like,
because it's a passing game nowadays.
Shout out. Hey, I'm very happy for JJ McCarthy from Michigan University because he's special, dog. And I don't think Minnesota had a quarterback that good he's just gonna get better and better and better and better, man. Was he the best out of all the quarterbacks? Not at all.
Okay.
He was super dude. He wasn't superstar. He was a star quarterback. He wasn't a superstar. He wasn't Michael Penix or a bunch of other. He's better than that boy from North Carolina.
Well,
I'll say that out loud.
I'm gonna say this. I'm not high on JJ McCarthy. I've been telling you that all year. But I mean, this past year when he won a national championship, he didn't get y'all. He didn't let y'all lose a game. He wasn't the reason y'all lost the game.
Right, but I'm happy because now he get
when he threw 2 interceptions, two picks in the TCU game. That was the JJ McCarthy I was expecting.
Hey, I was wearing all this Michigan stuff on a Fantastic Voyage, and Julia just came up to me and said, "Never forget about the frogs."
That's what I said. I agree.
I said, I can't even say that. She said, but who did he lose to? He never lost, but who did he? She kept doing that, dog. I was like, I can't even say nothing.
The last loss was the TCU. The TCU Horned Frogs.
The Horned Frogs.
And all Georgia fans are still talking crazy. You better be good. You bet next time, man. Hey, the playoffs gonna be hella fun in college. First of all, the video game come out in July.
I can't wait
just
for
number one.
12 team. Let's go.
Hold on. Can I tell both of y'all before we go? I created you can create a person on Madden. And so I got 2 people. I got a quarterback named Monlon Lovell. He went to Michigan. He played for Seattle. I can't get him to be sweet. We already in our 3rd season. But then I got a running back named Solomon Griffin from Minnesota. 2,716 yards. And we in the Super Bowl. And we made it into the playoffs, 8-8. And I'm now I just got to keep starting it over because the Ravens is hella good and I can't win.
You didn't play the same Super Bowl 9 times?
6.
Restart.
I'm either about, and I just said to myself, I'm gonna go do the homies. I'm gonna edit it. I'm gonna come back down. I'm gonna play a couple more times if I really can. First of all, Kirk Cousins is a bum, dog. Like, I'm literally running the ball 36, 38 times a game, and he might throw for 37 yards or 56 yards. Like, so I've been saying every time I'm like, come on, Cousins, help me out. But yeah, my running back is sweet.
You may want to go get your cousin from up the street to play.
Yeah.
I might want to do that.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we got to get ready to get up out of here, man. I Hate the Homies, episode number 97 coming to a close. Rock Teasy is who I be.
It's your boy Griff, a.k.a. Mr. Go Blue, a.k.a. Raider Nation, a.k.a. Jason the Jet Terry, and I hate the homies.
And it's your boy Super Dave. I don't have one thing to say. May the 4th be with you. Always.
Hey, Super Dave's wife, he apologized earlier. You might want, like at 21, 22, you might want to rewind it.
Because I never say it again.
That'll never happen again.
Doses.
I hate the homies.